Hi guys, how you doing, man? My name is Malagant and I'll try to explain you how to place effective and impactful Torbjorn turrets. Now, the most common mistake that the new players do with their Torbjorn turrets is the fact that it doesn't really need to be on this map either, but the logic behind it would be that they're placing their turrets exactly facing off at the enemy, and the enemy doesn't really need to be surprised at all. So what I mean by that is that when they are coming out of their spawn, they just face the turret, they see it, everyone is aware of it, and they will try to kill it. They don't need to communicate over it, they are all aware of it instantly. So this is the first thing that you should be avoiding as a Torbjorn player. Same logic can be applied anywhere else, as long as they kind of have to face that anyway, your enemy. So if your enemy is trying to get to this point, if you place your turret somewhere around here, it will have absolutely no surprise factor, it will have no impact at all, unless your enemy is full of sheeps. Now, that being said, in my opinion, there are three really important factors when it comes to placing a Torbjorn turret, and the third one kind of connected to the first two. So first two is being really important, and they are being, one, it needs to catch your enemy off guard, so the surprise factor, and the second one being your enemy will need to commit to your turret to kill it. So they will at least need to communicate, they will need to tell where the turret location is, they'll need to dedicate a player, or maybe even do it together. When you are done with these first two, you also want to place your turret somewhere that is like at the maximum range as possible, while preserving the first 2 points. That's really important. Let me show you a few examples. One can be placed over here, or somewhat like this is kind of one of my favorites as well in this place. Or definitely you can place your turret as well, but it's going to be too close to your enemy, but it is still worth it. Now, again, if we go over the factors that I listed before, your enemy will be realizing that there's a turret over there when they actually commit to this line over here, which is quite a surprise, honestly. And not only that, this is not that hard to deal with. They will definitely be able to kill this, yes, but while they're killing it, they will be definitely susceptible to not only you, but also your allies firing at them. So that is exactly what you want them to do. This is definitely not one of the best placements there is. You can definitely find better ways, but the logic definitely stands. So place it somewhere that your enemy will need to commit. Check out some other examples. A really good example to these factors would be a placement like this over here when you're defending the node in Numbani. So again, if we go through what I have suggested before, no matter where your enemy is coming from, this is kind of going to be catching them quite surprising. Like, this is an own spot, yes. So what I mean by that is that they don't necessarily know where the turret is unless they commit to the fight. Now, once they commit, they're like, oh, so the turret is over here. Okay, let's try to deal with it. While trying to deal with it, they will not only turn their backs towards the objective, what I'm trying to say is that they will definitely be committing into a fight while trying to kill the turret, unless there's a tracer or something. The point is, killing a turret is not the hardest thing. What you want your enemy to do to try to kill your turret is to get something out of them, basically kind of a trade situation. So you want like a tracer ultimate, you want like a hard committal, you know, something that you're going to be taking in return. Dealing with, especially at the high MMR, dealing with turrets is not that hard, but when you place it places like this is another great example, is that when your enemy commits to the fight, they'll be like, oh, so the turret is there, well, I'll need to kill it because like it's in such a great position, it's just raining fire all over my team. So they will literally turn their back towards your allies, and while you're shooting at them, they'll be shooting the turret. That's exactly what you want. Or in the base case scenario, you will just use your ultimate, they'll be fighting your allies while your turret is basically killing everything. More often in the noob games, that's what happens. Alright, so we are in Volskaya now. Another great tip is that your turrets are capable of using the health packs, these beauties over here, just like heroes would. So if you can actually place a turret on top of a health pack, when they take the damage, as long as they're not getting one shot, they will be using the health pack, getting fulled up again. So that is a really good placement too, so you can keep that in mind. At the same time, this is definitely applying for the other factors that I have suggested too. This is, in my opinion, the best example when it comes to covering those three factors that I have suggested. So let's just go through them again. You want your enemies to commit to your turret, right? So to kill this, they will be literally turning their backs towards you. So they will need to come from here, or from there, or from like a Pharah from the sky, or with a sniper or something from there as well, definitely works. But they do definitely need to turn their backs towards you to kill their turrets, right? So that is one thing. The other factor is that when they rush into this checkpoint over here, contested, it will be coming up as a surprise. So they will be like, oh, so the turret is there, we are fighting a turret as well at the same time. So they will be really realizing it at the heat of the moment, where they won't be really communicating so much. So therefore the trade will be even better. In the best case scenario, they will not even focus it, therefore you will be raining fire on them. Alright, my last example is going to be coming from Temple of Anubis. One of the two commonly used spots at the B spot is over there and this one over here. Now, what I'm going to be adding to this is that try to pay attention where your allies are sitting, right? So if you have, let's say, like a Widowmaker that's camping from here, defending the B node, or if you have like a soldier that is usually camping the left side of this pillar over here, or same goes for like a Reaper that is usually, you know, patrolling somewhere around to the left side instead of that side. So if that is the case, definitely put your turret to the opposite side with them, because what you're trying to make is just a simple crossfire situation where if the enemy tries to commit to your turrets, your allies is going to be killing them, or, you know, exactly the opposite. Alright, I think it's time to wrap it up. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything that I missed and if there's anything that you would like to add on top of what I tried to do here. And the logic of the video was basically, like the aim of the video was basically to help you out with your placements of the turrets and try to avoid the situations where your turrets is going to be, you know, just traded for nothing. You know, when they engage, when your enemy engages, your turret just explodes and it's done. That's definitely not something that you want to do when you're playing Torbjorn. You definitely want to get it, at least, you know, get something back in return. Your turrets versus good players, your turrets will definitely die, but while your turrets are dying, you want something in return, and that was the point of the video. So to maximize that, to have better Torbjorn turret placements, as the title suggests, I guess. Enough blabbering. I think I'll catch you next time. I hope you enjoyed it.